I stood up to get my other camera, and you can see those nuggets shimmering from here through the water. Woohoo! I'm Wilderness Eric. Welcome to my channel. If you're a subscriber, welcome back, and thank you for watching. I'm headed out to the river today to do some more gold sniping. That's where I go and give myself hypothermia and crawl on my belly in the cold mountain river to find a few specks of gold. I love it. It's gonna be a blast. All right, it's time to find some gold. Let's get cracking.
Unfortunately, this day did not turn out as planned.
Lesson learned. Never jump in the water face first with your mask on. I broke my favorite mask. This is just from the water hitting my mask as I landed in the water. That's a shame. Well, I made the long hike back out to my truck, and that really sucked. When I said, let's get cracking, that is not what I meant. It really puzzled me why this glass broke out, and I went ahead and broke out the rest of the glass just so it didn't get everywhere. But I've jumped in the river before with this mask face first several times, and even from that very spot, and it didn't break out, so it puzzles me why it broke out this time. But I got to looking at the mask, and I noticed that in the center here there's kind of a thin spot where the glass has to pass by, and that's looks like where it shattered from, because it kind of had a spidery shatter out from the center. So I think what happened is when I jumped in, the force of the water kind of pushed on the outside, and my face was pushing out in the center, and the mask flexed kind of like that and shattered the glass from the inside out. And so that's unfortunate and pretty much ruined my day, but it's not the end of the world because it is a very overcast day, and it probably wouldn't have been the best day for gold sniping anyhow. So I think what I'm going to do is buy a whole bunch of different masks. I really want to find another good mask that works at least as well as this one. And this one wasn't perfect. It did have some fogging issues. It constantly fogged up inside, and I had to clear it out, which made the visibility not so great for gold sniping. So hopefully I can find a really good mask that doesn't fog up, and I'll probably buy a whole bunch and do a review on them. So I'll probably have to wait for those masks to arrive before I go back out to the river. Thankfully I didn't really get injured. I have some micro abrasions here on my brow, and I feel a little bit of a graininess in this eye, so I don't know if a piece of glass maybe hit my eye and washed out, or if I have a little piece of glass still in there. But I need to get home and wash out my eye, probably both my eyes, and make sure I don't have any pieces of glass in there so that my cornea doesn't get scratched up. Time to head home.
When I got home, I purchased a bunch of the best rated and highest rated masks I could find on Amazon to test out. Then I waited for them to arrive. And waited until I had an idea. I went to the scrap pile to find an Australian gold call. It was a bit of a learning curve, but eventually I think I got good enough to call in some nuggets. And the masks finally arrived.
All right, I'm finally back out to my GoldieRocks claim. I've been waiting a long time for all the masks to arrive. I bought a whole bunch of masks to test out so I can find a good mask for snorkeling. I'm testing regular masks and I'm testing full face masks because this water is getting really cold, and full face masks will cover my whole face so my face doesn't freeze. So I'm also gonna have to buy a new wetsuit really soon because this water's cold. I don't know how long I can stay in here today. But I'm going to be testing masks out most of the day. Hopefully I'll have plenty of time to find a decent amount of gold. Don't miss those mask test videos. I'm going to review all those masks, tell you which one I like the best. I'm going to put the link to those videos down in the description. I'm going to start with this full face mask, and I'm going to test these masks thoroughly today and hopefully find a little bit of gold while I'm at it.
I decided to spend the day a little ways upriver from where I was working before in my previous sniping videos. I wanted to see what kind of gold I could find a little ways higher on the inside bin. This seemed like a promising spot because there were some giant boulders just upstream from there. Sure enough, I started finding gold almost immediately. The water was really cold, so I tried to keep as much of my body out of it as possible. As I cleaned off the bedrock, I ran into a clay layer above it that held a lot of gold flakes. And as always, I found a lot of really neat creatures. These, I thought at first were shrimp, but then I realized they were insect larvae. And of course my day wouldn't be complete without my favorite creepy crawly, the crawdad. As I continued to uncover the bedrock, I found a nice crack, and this one did not disappoint.
What a good piece right there. What a great piece. Oh, that's a swim. Oh, man, get out of here. Oh, there's another one right there. Oh, there's another one. This might be a pocket. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's punches here. Oh, yeah. Look at it there. It's not another pocket.
These gold pockets are really hard to dig out because the water just swirls around.
Oh, look at that! Yeah! Look at that gold pocket! It's going right down here! We gotta get the other corner! Look at those gold pockets right there! Gold pockets! This is a nice pocket! The water pushes in down this pocket right here, and they drop off right here.
In person, the gold really stands out from everything else in shiny, shimmering, bright yellow. Even the smallest specks you can see really well. Unfortunately, the cameras just can't catch that. The bright shiny color gets washed out as white.
Oh yeah, it keeps going. There's a nice chop right there. Oh yeah. Another good chop right there.
As I continued to work down to the bottom of this pocket, the gold just kept coming.
Well, that was a really awesome pocket, and it's not too late in the day, so I hope I find more of those. I think I'm going to dub this my lucky mask.
I thought I had pretty much reached the end of this pocket, but I was mistaken, and there was a nice surprise waiting for me.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Have a bathtub! Aha! Look at that wind! Oh, there's another 2.4! Oh my goodness! Yeah! Look at those cheap subs! Oh, that is awesome! Woohoo! This is totally my lucky mask. This pocket is amazing. I found a whole bunch of gold. Now I'm getting a little deeper, and there's two great big chunks on the bottom. This is awesome. Look at that. I stood up to get my other camera, and you can see those nuggets down there shimmering from here through the water. Woohoo! Yes! Woohoo!
I was startled by the sound of a rock falling on the bank beside me. I must have either scared an animal or attracted one with all my yelling. Here you can also see the ancient stream bed where all the gold is washing out. This pocket ended up being a trough in the bedrock that just kept going. There were gold chunks and flakes everywhere. Parts of the ancient stream bed are still stuck to the bedrock, and these pieces are really cemented in. They also hold a decent amount of gold. As I was working the bedrock, I felt a familiar feeling of something bumping me in the back. I turned around, and there were fish everywhere. These guys love to hang out and eat anything good that I stir up. I think pieces of white sand fall on my black wetsuit, and the fish think it's food, so they come and try to bite it. This is always a welcome distraction and a reminder to stop and enjoy the nature around me. I found this neat creature that has gills on its underside. And can you spot this camouflage dragonfly nymph? I also found this really neat freshwater limpet. Limpets are usually found in saltwater, so it's really neat to find a freshwater species. I continued to work down the bedrock trough, and I continued to find gold.
Whoa!
Found a spot in the gravel that was just right to collect all the shellfish together. Whenever I dig up one of these freshwater mussels, I'm really careful to relocate it in a safe spot, because these amazing creatures can live up to 130 years, and many of these guys will be around a long time after I'm gone.
Sometimes even gold can rust. Sometimes even gold can rust.
As I continued to work down the bedrock trough, the bedrock started dipping down and the gold started getting bigger and more plentiful.
I think that's my biggest piece yet. We will find out. Woohoo! Yes! Yes! What is that? The end of a boat. Look at that. Oh my goodness! Look at that piece! Yes! I'm a bit cold. Well, the sun is going down behind the mountain, so that's my cue to head home. That was an awesome day. I found some really good chunks today, so I'm anxious to see how much everything weighs. I also found some really good masks out of all the masks that I tested, so you guys are going to have to watch that video. The link is down in the description. And I am really cold and ready to go home and get warm. This is probably the last day in this wetsuit for this year, because this water is really cold now. I'm gonna have to buy a thicker wetsuit and come back.
All right, it's time for the tailgate weigh-in, and I'm actually really anxious to see how much I got, because it was only a half day because I had so much gear, but I found a lot of gold because the gold is getting chunkier, which is awesome. And I do believe that I found my biggest piece of gold yet. So this is gonna be interesting. Just gonna wet the pan so the gold doesn't float up. All right, let's see what we got in here. Oh, I see some big chunks already. That is a beautiful sight. All right, take out my rock weights so my bottle doesn't float up underwater. Okay. Oh man, that is great for a half day. Look at those big old chunks. I got some really chunky gold this time. The gold is getting pockety and chunkier. I love it. There's the haul for the day. Here's all the gold with the big chunks and really bright red piece of jasper. that I found on the bottom. There's that bullet shell end and some pieces of lead, some hematite, and a bunch of gold. Let's see how much it weighs. All right, here's all the gold cleaned up, and here are the 3 bigger pieces I found. Those 2 smaller pieces were on the bottom of that pocket that I was digging in, and this bigger piece here was where the bedrock started dropping off, and I am not to the bottom of that yet. So I'm really excited to get back out there and see if I can find some more nuggets down there. But I need to get a winter wetsuit first because it's really cold out there now. All right, let's start with this one right here. And we'll see how much that one weighs first. Get my scale turned on here. It's a little breezy out here, so hopefully it doesn't mess with the scale. I had to put a rock down so my gold didn't blow away. All right, let's see how much this piece weighs. And my biggest nugget yet was 0.37 grams. So that one is not my biggest, but that is a good sized nugget. A little over 1/4 of a gram. All right, let's see how much this one weighs. It's long and solid, so I'm guessing it's going to weigh maybe a little more than that last one. Right about 0.3 grams. All right, let's see how much this weighs. I'm guessing 0.45 grams. Let's zero this back out. The wind is messing with it here. All right, here we go. Come on. Oh yeah, over 1/2 gram. That is officially a record nugget for me. That is a beautiful little nugget. It's got a lot of character. And it's not hollow and honeycombed like that last nugget I found last time. So it's got some decent weight to it. Nice little nugget. Okay, let's see how much everything weighs all together here. And I'm going to try to do this one-handed without spilling anything. I'm guessing it's going to be at least 2 grams with all those big nuggets. Yes! Almost 3 grams for about a half a day's worth of digging. I got out there late because I had so much gear with me and I was messing with gear, so probably about a half day worth of digging and almost 3 grams of gold. Super happy with that. That was a great day. I had a really fun time and I'm really excited to get back out there and find some more nuggets like that one. What a beauty. All right, it's time to add the gold to the gold sniping vial. Oh no, I lost a piece. Where'd it go? There it is right there. That vial's filling up quick. That's a nice bottle of gold there. This is turning out to be a fun hobby. Snorkeling and pulling gold off the bottom of the river. Who would have thought? Well, that was an awesome day. I'm super happy that the gold is getting chunkier and pocketier, and I'm anxious to see if the nuggets are going to get even bigger. I can't wait to go back out there, and the bedrock where I'm digging, where I found that bigger nugget, was going straight and then it dropped off right there. And that's where I started finding a whole bunch of bigger flakes and that bigger nugget, and I didn't get a chance to clean it all off and get to the bottom of that, but I'm going to go back out there once I get a winter wetsuit, and I'm really excited about that. So don't miss that one. That one's going to be coming up in the future. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to leave you with some trash didgeridoo. I'm also going to leave you with some close-up shots of the beautiful gold nuggets I found on this trip.